at one more example. Okay, and this is example 16 from page 101. So, this one here, Marge travels from her igloo on a true bearing of 0.74 degrees for 112 kilometers to the limb store. And again, that's limbs for her dolls, I assume. In her pink convertible auto sled, which is this here. After she goes to the limb store, she then travels 134 kilometers on a true bearing of 164 degrees to pick up a visor ganizer, which is this here, and everyone needs one of those. So, how far is she now from her igloo? So, let's draw again a picture. Okay, so here she is in her pink auto sled, and she is traveling again at a true bearing of, here's true north, 74 degrees. We know that this is 90, so 74 degrees must be something like that. So this is 74 degrees. And that's where she picks up the limbs at the limb store. From there, she heads, and again you start with this here being due north. And now she travels at 164 degrees. So again, here's 90. 180 would be all the way down, so 164 is probably about right here. So now she's traveling on her sled like this here to pick up her visor ganizer. Right? This here is 164 degrees. Alright, so this one here is 112 kilometers that she travels to get her limbs at the limb store, and then she travels 134 kilometers to get the visor ganizer. How far is she now from her igloo? So what we're trying to find now is this length right here. Alright, so what we got to do is we got to try to figure out, we only have these two here. This needs to be a right angle here in order for us to be able to use our dear friend Pythagoras' theorem to figure this out. So let's try to figure out and see what this angle is right here. So if you think about it, this is 74 degrees here. To figure out what this is here, again, if we kept this thing going here, there's our 74 degree angle right there. So let's see, 74. So to figure out what this is here, we would just take 164 minus 74, and that magically and thankfully gives us 90 degrees. So we know that now this piece right here is 90 degrees. Since this is a straight angle there, that is also 90 degrees. So we are officially in business, being able to figure out what this is, because this is a right triangle. Okay, so now back to a squared plus b squared equals c squared. The x goes in our c squared spot, and then the 112 kilometers goes here, the 134 goes there, and we square those and add them together. So let's do that. 112 squared plus 134 squared gives us 30,500 equals x squared. So again, we now want to square root both of those. So we get x equals, we're going to square root our answer, and we get that she is 174, about 174, let's do 0.6 kilometers away from home, from her igloo. So Marge is about 174.6 kilometers away from her igloo. Alright. And that is pretty much it. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks.